Some of the most interesting people you know never post anything online. No stories, no updates, no explanations. And if you think about it, that silence feels strange in a world where sharing is almost automatic. A world where people document breakfast, moods, thoughts, victories, and breakdowns. So let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how uncomfortable silence feels online? If someone doesn't post for a long time, people assume something is wrong. They disappeared. They're struggling. They're irrelevant. But what if none of that is true? What if silence is not absence, but intention? People who don't post are often misunderstood. They're labeled as shy, insecure, antisocial, or detached. But psychologically, many of them are the opposite. They are highly aware of what sharing does to the mind. They notice how the moment you post something, it no longer belongs only to you. It becomes open to interpretation, judgment, comparison, misunderstanding. And for some people, that cost is simply too high. You see, social media teaches us one powerful idea. If you don't show it, it didn't happen. But people who don't post quietly reject that rule. They don't need an audience to confirm their experiences. Their memories don't need witnesses to feel real. And that already tells you something important about their psychology. These people don't rely heavily on external validation. Their sense of self doesn't collapse without feedback. Before posting, they ask themselves a question most people skip. Why am I sharing this? And very often, they don't like the answer. Because the answer is usually attention, or reassurance, or comparison. And once they see that, the desire to post fades. They notice something else too. How sharing slowly changes motivation. You stop doing things because they matter. You start doing things because they look good. Moments turn into material. Life turns into performance. And for people who are sensitive, introspective, or emotionally deep, that shift feels wrong. Not dramatic, just wrong. So they step back. Not loudly. Not with an announcement. They just stop posting. People who don't post often have a very active inner world. Thoughts don't rush out of them, they circulate. They reflect before they react. They feel before they explain. And social media doesn't reward that kind of rhythm. Posting is fast, reaction-based, immediate. But their mind isn't built for speed, it's built for depth. Another key factor is emotional sensitivity. Some people experience emotional spikes from likes, comments, and views. Their nervous system reacts strongly. Posting doesn't feel neutral to them. It feels personal. They post something, and then they wait. They wait for reactions. They wait for silence. They wait for judgment. Even positive feedback can feel overwhelming. Because attention, for them, is not just pleasant. It's stimulating, demanding, exhausting. That's why silence feels regulating. No checking, no refreshing, no wondering what people think. Just emotional flat ground. They also experience comparison differently. Where some people scroll and forget, they absorb. They internalize other people's success, happiness, confidence, not logically, emotionally. And over time, that creates tension. A quiet pressure to be more, show more, explain more. Stepping away becomes self-protection, not because they can't handle the world, but because they know how their mind works. Another important trait: boundaries. People who don't post usually have strong psychological boundaries. They clearly feel where me ends and the audience begins. They don't confuse privacy with secrecy. Privacy is not hiding. It's choosing what belongs to you. They don't believe everyone deserves access to their inner life. And that belief alone already separates them from the crowd. They also tend to value coherence over visibility. Being seen doesn't matter as much as being aligned. They want their inner life and outer life to match. Posting often disrupts that balance. It creates a version of you that needs maintenance, explanation, consistency, and they don't want to manage an identity. They want to live. So here's the question everyone asks. If they don't like posting, why do they ever post at all? The answer is simple, but rare. Meaning, not boredom, not trends, not routine updates. They post when silence feels dishonest, when staying quiet feels heavier than speaking. This usually happens during emotionally intense moments. Loss, love, anger, awakening, injustice. Moments that feel too big to stay inside. But even then, they post differently. They don't flood the feed. They don't overshare in fragments. They say what matters once. And then something interesting happens. After posting, their mind speeds up. They start imagining interpretations, assumptions, misreadings. What will people think I'm like now? What story will they build about me? Exposure feels vulnerable, even if the response is positive. That's why many of them delete posts or disappear again for months. Not because the post failed, but because they listened to themselves. Silence restores balance. Over time, they learn something important. That not posting protects their nervous system, their attention, their sense of self. They sleep better, think clearer, feel more grounded. They don't feel behind. They feel centered. They don't feel disconnected. They feel present. And here's the part most people miss. They are not less social. They are often deeply connected just offline. They listen more than they speak, observe more than they display. They don't document moments. They inhabit them. So maybe the real question isn't, why don't they post? Maybe the real question is, why do we feel the need to? Who are you when no one is watching? When there's no feedback loop? No validation? People who don't post live there, in that quiet space. And maybe, just maybe, they're not missing out. Maybe they already found what everyone else is posting about.